Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Colleen Mahmoud, and I'm the founder and artistic director of the Live Forever Project. I'm just going to give you a few bits of information here before we get started. First of all, the Live Forever Project, or LFP mission, is to keep memories alive through the power of the arts. So we interview local elders and we gather their stories, and then we turn them into art forms and present them to the public. So that is what you're here to see today, is the result of about a year's worth of work with community members from the Sheboygan area community. This is a completely original production, so written by people from Sheboygan, performed by people from the area, and it's intergenerational, as well as various levels of experience on stage. So we have people who have never been on stage before in front of an audience, and people who have gone to school for being on stage in front of an audience. So that's something that I know I'm really inspired and proud to be able to say. I do want to also say thank you to our sponsors. So we have Stefano's Slow Market, the Berkshire, of course, where we are performing right now. Sheboygan Press did a really nice article on us, and then Wordhaven Bookhouse is like the location where we write during our non-performing season. So thank you to those folks. I also want to point out that we do accept donations, accepted and appreciated, to keep the project going and be able to do future shows and future programming, which is always expanding. We're going to be doing hopefully launching some things with families and intergenerational workshops and different things like that coming down the line. So those are exciting things to think about for the future, and your donations are appreciated, and they all go back into the project. There are also contact cards, like update cards. So if you would like to stay updated on LFP and our progress and opportunities to come see the shows or to engage in whatever way you would like, there are little cards in the back and some pens, and at the beginning of the show, if you want to write down your name and contact information and put it in the box up here, that would be great. Okay? And then finally, I would like to let you know that the elder who is featured this afternoon, her name is A.Spang, and she did recently pass away. So I wanted to let you know that so we can have an authentic and genuine experience today with that knowledge. But that makes the work we do all the more important, because even though Pat has passed away, she was involved in the process, and now through our process and you experiencing these stories today and the process of writing about them and the actors learning the stories, all of that makes her live on through those stories. And that's really the point of the Live Forever Project. That's how it's got its name. So please just know that makes our work that much more important, okay? I do want to read a few words from Pat's obituary, because I thought it was beautifully written, and then we will get started with the show. Patricia Lang, 100, passed away on the evening of August 5th, 2024 at 11 o'clock as the chimes of her old grandfather clock rang out into the night. She was born in Sheboygan County on January 16th, 1924, to the late Patrick and Louise Lamb. Pat attended St. Dominic's School and graduated from Central High School in the class of 1942. During World War II, she did defense work at Valrath, and among other key items for the war effort, made canteens for soldiers to drink from at the front. Pat played softball for the Department of Recreation. Her team won the state championship in 1944. She also belonged to the Auxiliary Number 19, Sons of Union Veterans, drill team, and marched in many Sheboygan parades. On June 1st, she married her high school sweetheart, Joseph Lang, who preceded her in death on February 10th, 2005. LFP is honored to be able to tell Pat's stories, and we hope that you enjoy our performance. Thank you.
I mean, could the wind ever be that strong?
It's worth a try, don't you think? What if we could really fly? Imagine all the things we could see, the whole world from way up high. It would be like magic.
Wow.
Come up here with me and open your umbrellas. It will catch the wind and lift us into the sky.
But what if it doesn't work?
What's the worst that could happen? I want to fly. We want to fly. Maybe these umbrellas can carry us into the sky.
It's a windy day, and that wind, it just may lift us high up into the sky, so we both really, truly can fly.
Umbrellas in hand,
Together we stand,
like birds on the wing.
into the sky we could spring.
If we hold our umbrellas standing on this tall place, we can hope that these strong winds might lift us to space.
Who knows, maybe soon, like an open balloon, these umbrellas may even carry us all the way up to the moon.
My brother Orton and I grew up in Sheboygan together. On windy days like that when we thought we'd be taken up to fly in the sky, but we weren't. It sure was fun thinking that, though. I remember Orton would say, "Pete," that was the nickname he called me. My real name was Pat, short for Patricia. Pete, he'd say, "Someday I'm going to make it happen. I am going to fly." Orton must have remembered that because years later he became a pilot in the Air Force and flew airplanes. So he really did reach the sky.
I used to ponder what the wind sees. I used to watch the breeze with envy. I wondered on those rainy days if gusts could carry us away. Would we soar high enough above the gray to find the sunlight still remain? Now man-made wings set me free to find that indeed above the clouds the sun still shines. As I fly, the memory never fades of a boy and girl on windy days who took their umbrellas out to play.
Jumping into the wind with umbrellas wasn't the only adventure we had when we were young. Orton was just 14 months younger than me, so we did a lot of things together as brother and sister. Some were nice things, some were naughty. Oh, once, when my mother wasn't around, we took apart the broom and lit the bristles in the stove and then we put them in the wastebasket and watched it flare up. Oh, it scared us so bad we hid behind the piano. Oh, my mama, luckily the flames didn't go out. Mama knew how to punish us, so we weren't let go without a punishment. Most of it was spanking, but looking back on it, it sure was a fun adventure with Orton.
You think we should? I think that's a great idea. I'm not afraid. Are you?
I'll get the basket, you get the paper. Childhood adventure is the best kind of caper. Add a little spark, give the day some flavor. Harness the excitement and we'll save the rest for later. It's not really mischief if we dance while we do it. It's not really mischief if we're singing a song. As long as we clean up when we're done. It's not really mischief if it's this fun. I'll get the tinder and you get the candle. Just a tiny flicker, no more than we can handle. Add a little air with the squeeze of the bellows. Step back and admire all the oranges and the yellows. It's not really mischief if it looks this pretty. It's not really mischief if the wax doesn't run. As long as we clean up when we're done. It's not really mischief if it's this fun. Watch it glow. Watch it glow. Watch it grow. Oh no! You get the water, I'll open the window. Stifle up the flame with a snack of a pillow. Cover it in sand before it can billow. Stop it in its tracks so it can never ever. Uh-oh! It's not really mischief if we didn't mean to. It's not really mischief if we didn't know. When they find out what we've done, they'll see the mischief, not the fun. Sorry for the mischief, who would have thought it? Sorry for the mischief, how could it have gone wrong? Always learn from what you've done. Never mistake mischief for fun. Never mistake mischief for fun. Never mistake mischief for fun.
Hey, Petey, where's Mama?
She'll be back later. So, who's watching us? Well, I'm your sister. Don't you think that's my job?
It's such a hot day out. Don't you think a walk down the lake for a swim would be terrific?
I think that's a wonderful idea. Hey, I didn't say you could go. That's why I'm walking. I don't want to go with you. I'm reading.
Well, you could stay here and read while me and Pete head down to the lake.
But I'm supposed to be looking out for you.
Look after each other. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Please. Okay, but make sure you both stay out of trouble. Because if you get in trouble, then I'll get in trouble. And nobody needs any of that.
It'll be fine, Petey. We'll watch out for each other.
Right, we'll always watch out for each other. Okay, you can go. I'll be back in an hour. Yay! Thank you!
Come on, Orton. The wind, the water feels perfect.
Yeah, This is fun. Let's go deeper.
Okay.
Hey, Pete, my feet aren't touching the ground anymore.
Neither are mine.
Help!
Help! Help! Help!
Help! Help!
Help!
Thanks, mister.
Yes, thank you, sir. That was so scary.
I'm just glad I was here to help. You two need to be more careful. You could have easily drowned. Now, wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Orton,
Yeah?
I'm sorry I pushed you under. I wasn't thinking.
I'm sorry I pushed you under too. You know I would never.
I know. Orton,
Yeah?
right?
Yes, I know. You know I,
Yes, I know.
Can I get your names, please?
what for?
You're not going to put our names in the paper or anything, are you?
Oh, heavens no. I just like to keep track of the people I've saved as lifeguard. It's a source of pride for me.
Well, I suppose that'd be okay. I'm Orton Lamb, and this is my big sister Pete.
Your sister, Pete.
Well, you see, your name is Pat, and so is my dad's, so it'd be confusing. So Patricia became Pete. Get it?
Okay, makes sense, I guess. Thanks for your names.
You're welcome. As long as our names are not going to be in the paper. Mom would be so mad at us if she saw our names in the paper for almost drowning.
Yeah, Mama would kill us if she knew we almost died.
I'm not sure why that reasoning made so much sense at the time. Anyway, we never did tell Mama, or my sister Dee Dee for that matter. She would have felt terrible for letting us go to the beach all alone. She really was a good sister. Orton and I loved her a lot.
You know, Orton was a very important person to me. And eventually another important boy came into my life, my future husband, Joe.
He came over to the United States from Germany when he was just 12 years old. Can you imagine a 12-year-old child coming to the United States to meet his parents after living without them for years in his home country? Joe came to the United States in 1934. He knew no one but his parents, and he didn't even speak English. It was a long journey by boat all alone. But if he hadn't made that journey, we never would have had our life together. Oh, Joe, I remember.
Do you recognize the blonde Adonis before your eyes?
It's me. Yeah, it's really Joe. Arrived so many years ago. A kid alone across the Atlantic, apprehensive, lonely, and seasick. A boy of 12, fearful yet bold, who did his duty, what he was told. Save us all. Seek, find fortune for us and your own. Wakeside can no longer be home. Bread and lard is what's to eat. Right marks inflated beyond belief. It looks like war coming, a second one, completing the damage the first one has done.
Yes, it's really me. No longer the lonely kid from the sea. Nothing like what I used to be. I know the slang. I got the lingo. Couple of years. Look, listen, voila, bingo. No longer speaking just German or Spam. Here I sit, nested among my lambs. Yes, it's really me. Happy and loved in the land of the free. Eating meat when I want, even 3 times a day. Except on Fridays, fish and prey. To Pat, whom I've loved from the start, told her my secrets, gave her my heart. Yes, here I sit, nested among my lambs, a proud and happy family man. A rose is a rose, no matter what scent. Doesn't matter where you go, what counts is where you went.
It was hard for Joe not speaking English.
Luckily, he soon met our neighbor, or his neighbor, Arno, who could speak both English and German. Joe was learning English very quickly at school, and they became fast friends. Arno included him when no one else did. One thing they bonded over was playing football.
Hallo. Josef. Hallo. Arno. Fußball. Football. Fußball. Football. 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 Okay, Fred.
Arno and Joe became lifelong friends, and eventually Arno married my sister, Margie. It was later on in high school when Joe and I met. When I was in my freshman year, my nickname was Lamb, L-A-M-B, and Joe's last name was Lang, L-A-N-G. So, alphabetically, he sat behind me in homeroom, and he didn't study much.
Class, it's very disrespectful if you won't be quiet in this way. Everybody sit down so I can count you people now! Thank you. Psst. Silence! You may take this time to finish your work if you need to. Psst. Psst. Yes?
I forgot today's math lesson. You're in my math class, right?
Math? Yes. Yes, I'm in that class with you. Third period with Mr. Marshall.
Yes, third period. I'm Joe. I think I sit behind you in that class.
Yes, you do! You do. I've noticed you sitting there behind me. I'm Pat.
Pat? Pretty name for a pretty girl. Is that short for something?
Yes, it's actually short for Patricia. I'm named after my father. His name is Patrick. You know, a very traditional Irish name.
Oh, an Irish lass. So, do you have today's math lesson?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, here it is.
Thank you. Mind if I borrow it for a bit?
Yes, of course. I actually think we have a math test later this week.
Oh man, I am nowhere near ready for a test.
There's still time to study.
Would you like to study together?
Yes! I mean, yes, I would like to study together with you.
Great. How about in the library today after school?
Really?
Yes.
I'll be there.
Great. It's a date.
Did I say you could leave? Okay, class, have a good day.
That's where it all started. Later on, after we'd become high school sweethearts, the world changed. We heard it by word of mouth because we didn't have the radio on or anything. We were just out walking along 8th Street. I remember that we were right by that corner where the funeral home is. 8th Street and St. Clair.
That's where we heard it. The United States, or Japanese, had bombed Pearl Harbor, and the United States had entered the war. Joe, everyone we knew, went into the military. It was hard to be apart. Him at war, and me at home.
Though I've gone away, I'll return one day when I come back home to you. As I dream tonight, I will think of the time when I come back home to you. As I lie on this ground, I'll remember the sound of your voice whispering in my ear. When the work is done and this war has been won, I will come back home to you.
Singing a tender lullaby so far across the sea, praying that the better angels find and bring you back to me. As the moon climbs in the winter sky, spreading its bright glow, I am always lying by your side. Surely you know.
We will come to peace and live with ease when I come back home to you. There'll be flowers and trees as far as we can see when I come back home to you. On a small plot of ground where the forest meets the town, we will raise our family. Though I've gone away, I'll return one day when I come back home to you. When I come back home to you.
When Joe returned, I barely recognized him. It hurt to think of all the things he'd seen and experienced over there. Terrible things. And it had been hard for me to cope here all alone while he was away. But we fell in love all over again. We began our life together.
You are the light that shines above me, gently guides me back to you. After all you've been through to love me, making every dream come true. And your love protects me from danger near and far. You never once neglected me by searching after a star.
When dawn seems so ominously dark, snow clouds hide the morning sun. Every time I feel that nothing comes back to me, I know that you're the one. Open up your mind now, darling. Close up your eyes for a moment and see all the light that abounds in you. I'm thinking of you. I will always love you. I am thinking of you. I will always love you. I am thinking of you. I will always love you. I am thinking of you. I will always love you.
After Joe returned, we got married. And a year later, we had our first daughter, Jolene. She was such a fussy baby. But dancing with her seemed to calm her down. Our favorite song to dance to was the Blue Skirt Waltz. Oh, we had a lot of good years with our family and our pets. Cats were always following my other daughter, Jane, home, and she loved rescuing animals in trouble. In addition to dancing, Joe and I went golfing, bowling, played cards with friends, had costume parties, and of course we watched the Packers, especially Jordy Nelson. Oh, he's such a nice guy. Oh, go Pack, go! We had fun.
Once, instead of a costume party, we guys and girls all dressed up for a mock wedding. But there was a twist to it that I will never forget.
This is such a great idea, Pat. I can't believe we got the guys to act out a fake wedding with us.
I can't believe that they agreed to be the women in the wedding. It's gonna be so much fun seeing them all dressed up in my old bride's dress and your old bridesmaid dress. I wonder if they'll shave their legs.
I doubt they'll even shave their armpits. They're gonna make for one hairy bridal party. We should be comfortable as the groomsmen, though. Do you have a suit? Oh, yeah. Ah, those are nice. Where'd you get your hands on those?
Well, I was digging around in Joe's closet and found this one. And the other one is my brother Orton's. Which do you want?
I'll take Orton's. Man, it's gonna be so funny when they see us in these things. You know, I've always wanted to redo our vows. I just didn't know that I'd be doing it as the man this time.
Exactly. Well, we better hurry up. I mean, it took me 4 hours to get ready for my real wedding. And Joe complained about how long it took the guys.
I said that too. Well, what time is it?
It's 2:45, and we're supposed to meet the guys across town at 5, so yeah, I guess we shouldn't waste any more time. Okay. 2:49. That literally took us 4 minutes.
Says everything with guys see time. Men. Hey, look! Pockets!
Nice! I can carry around my billfold for once. So, what do we want to do for the next 2 hours and 11 minutes while we wait for our lovely ladies?
I don't know, go somewhere?
The only place I can think of nearby is that pub down the street.
All right. Just don't let me have too many drinks.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine.
You got the dresses? Sure do. Are you sure you want to do this? Come on, Joe. Want is a strong word. More like I'm looking forward to proving to them that women take too long getting dressed and ready. We're always waiting around for them.
Right. Tell me about it. I mean, what could they possibly be doing in there that whole time? And then they get worried about how their hair looks or which shoes they're going to wear.
Yeah. Is this a flattering waistline? How's my makeup? I don't get it. Women. Well, let's get dressed. We'll be ready in no time, and then we go down the street and get a drink.
You know, no big deal or anything, but how come you get the wedding dress?
I don't know. I'm taller.
Right. Right. But don't you think it would look nicer on me, because then it could kind of drag behind me on the floor? Right, never mind.
Do I look chunky in this thing? I feel like it makes me look pregnant.
Stop, it's just the mirror. Here, come help me with the zipper. Gee, sucked it in. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you've been overdoing it with the cookies and cakes lately. You know, I wasn't gonna say this before, but you do look pregnant in that thing. How dare you? Oh, don't be such a diva. Just come help me with the zipper. No. It's gonna be like that? Fine. Then I get the veil. Why do you get the veil? I need it to cover up the zipper, which you are refusing to help with. Right. I'll help you with the darn zipper. There. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, unzip it.
What? I thought we agreed I get the veil. You said if I help you with the zipper, then I get the veil.
But the zipper is going to suffocate me.
Fine. Keep the veil, and I get the bouquet.
What? No way.
There's no way you're getting both the veil and the bouquet. Besides, I'm the bride. This is supposed to be my special day.
Can we make sure no one finds out about this?
I won't tell anyone if you won't. Deal. You think we should put on some makeup? You can if you want to, but I prefer more of a plain Jane look myself.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need some help. I'm worried I'll mess up the eyeliner.
Sure, no problem.
There. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Oh my God, it's 5 o'clock. We were supposed to meet the men, I mean girls, across town at 5 o'clock.
You mean we spent 2 hours and 11 minutes getting ready?
Whatever. A few minutes late isn't gonna hurt anything. Right.
Hey, where are we supposed to put our wallets? There are no pockets in this thing.
Those girls are gonna look so silly dressed up as men, right?
They are going to be ridiculous. They were gonna be here already.
Yeah, me too.
All right, ladies, let's get the show on the road and get to the good stuff.
Are you drunk?
Me? I only had one drink, but I'm not so sure about Kathy.
I think it's time for the ceremony, don't you? I cannot believe you two are not taking this seriously. You would not believe what Joe and I have been through to get ready for this wedding.
What have you gone through?
Never mind.
Yeah, that's what we thought. I mean, Joe didn't even put on any makeup.
Really? Is that all we are to you? Are we just arm candy? We're more than just our looks, you know.
I hope so, for your sake.
Let's just get this over. I thought you were gonna stand next to me.
I'm right here. Don't be so clingy.
Clingy. What is it they say love is supposed to be? Love is patient. Love is kind.
Love is peppermint and wine.
Love is something, blah, 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 etc. You do, and you do. So if there are any objections as to why these two should not be wed in holy matrimony, speak now or forever hold.
I object!
You can't object. You're the bride.
I don't care. I object. Me too. Come back and propose when you're grown up and ready for a commitment. Men.
Women.
You know, it's funny how people who have completely different backgrounds can come together. Both Joe and I put a great deal of importance on our heritage. His is German and mine is Irish. My father Patrick's ancestors came from Ireland, and Joe was from Bavaria. Who would have thought? An Irish lass and a German lad.
Our two cultures came together into a beautiful song that would last the rest of our lives. As you can see, my Irish heritage has always been very important to me and my family. Once, my sisters, Marie and Margie and I, all went to Ireland together, and we kissed the Blarney Stone, which isn't easy. You have to bend over backwards to do it. I also love St. Patrick's Day. I was in the St. Patrick's Day every year for years and years in Plymouth, and my sister Marie and I would always have a huge St. Patrick's Day party.
There was so much celebration and happiness for such a long time.
Then in 2005, we lost Joe to cancer. I thought that was the worst devastation I could ever face. And then 10 years ago, we lost my daughter Jolene, again, to cancer.
There's a place I cannot go, a door I dare not open, a heart that has been broken and torn. It's a song I cannot sing, words that cannot be spoken, a wound that will not heal, lingers on. And still my breath flows, and the sun also rises, bringing warmth and light and wonder and joy to each new day. The answers that I see defy 1,000 questions, remaining at a distance so far. Still in every moment, this life matters to me. live my life and always land on a smile. Determined to do the only thing I can do, to live my life and always land on a smile.
Land on a smile.
That's how I've tried to live my life. From the time my brother Orton and I tried to catch the wind in our umbrellas, knowing that if we fell, we could always choose to land on a smile. Through the hard times and up until this very day, the pain of loss never completely goes away. But I live a full and abundant life. I just turned 100 years old. I have a loving family and friends. My best friend Phyllis lives just down the hall, and we enjoy our time together. I can't see and she can't hear, but between the two of us, we have a complete set of 5 senses. Oh, Phyllis? Phyllis, is that you? What? Oh, good, it is you. I'm so glad we're friends. We sure do laugh a lot. Sometimes things only we get. My daughter likes watching us run the show. What about Snow? Show. We run the show. You hear no evil and I see no evil.
Right, that's how we roll, like a pair of dice. One is good, two is twice as nice. We kind of fit together, you know, we're a classic partnership. I'm like Fred and Ginger. Can I be Fred? I've always wanted to lead.
But if I'm Ginger, I have to do everything backwards and in heels, and that's hard to do when you can't see.
It's hard to do when you can see. We could be like Thelma and Louise then. They would be going forward together.
Like Lewis and Clark.
We're always in Barbie.
Lewis and Clark.
Right. Watch out, Pat. They fix that stuff.
Oh, thank you. We're like bagels and locks.
Shoes and socks.
Kleenex and sneezes.
Charmin season.
Bogart and Bacall.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Enough with the food already. Let's wrap it up with Liz Taylor. That should work 6 times or so.
Pardon?
Liz Taylor was married 6 times. Oh, never mind.
We're like mashed potatoes and gravy, ice cream and cake.
I think that's what's for lunch today.
What?
I'm hungry. Let's eat. This is a tasty lunch. And I'm really looking forward to the van ride after lunch too, aren't you?
Absolutely. And here comes Zach now. Hi, Zach.
Hey ladies, no need to rush your lunch. I'm just gonna pull the van around and I'll be right back.
All set? Absolutely. We sure are. This is such a nice drive, Phyllis.
What?
I said it's a nice drive.
Oh, yes, very nice.
Describe the view for me. I can't see it.
Well, he's very cute. Nice teeth, tall, driver. Oh, you mean the view outside? Well, there's a beautiful lake out there. Zach, what lake is this?
This is Lake Ellen, ladies.
Lake Ellen. Oh, do I ever have a story about Lake Ellen?
I'm sorry, did you say the story about this lake?
Yes. You remember my sister Beanie, right? Well, one time she and I were swimming in Lake Ellen, and I told her a joke, and she laughed so hard she lost her dentures and they fell in the lake.
I must be hearing you wrong.
Yes, she lost her dentures. I don't remember what joke I told her that made her laugh so hard, but It must have been a good one because those dentures flew right out and plopped into the lake. As far as I know, they're still there. Beatty's teeth at the bottom of Lake Ellen.
Well, that's a real denture adventure.
Oh, I can never forget the look on Beatty's face when her teeth fell out and plopped into the water.
Not a chopper in the classic sense. Well, choppers, by all evidence, floating aimless. Where would they land as they bypassed my desperate hand? No, not quite a chopper. Maybe more like a drone. A tiny UFO flying all alone. Like clouds. It drifted below with pink begun trim. Who in the world would know? Not Cape Canaveral or not Cape Kennedy. This was an oral launch, unfortunately. Fueled by a joke, not recalled. Mouth empty, agape. I am appalled. It wasn't a sneeze launched him into the breeze. It was some silly joke, or maybe a poke, or a whispered aside, a little bit snide. Heck, we laughed at how clever we were. If I knew then what I know now, I would never have opened my mouth. Who knew my dentures would fly from my mouth towards your eye, whiz round your ear, pass round your rear. Then, with a discreet click and a drip, into the drip. Who in the world knew what the far to would say sailing my teeth on the wind? Who in the world would believe that I could never retrieve them again? Who in the world knew what the far to could set sailing my teeth on the wind? Who in the world would believe that I could never retrieve them again? Well, a life of their own. I stood empty, alone, wondering where my smile had gone. No biting, no spewing, no juicy fruit chewing, not even rhyme, without even trying. My choppers had left me behind. What was our joke, our laugh all about? So long ago, I can't figure it out. Who in the world knew what the far to could set sailing my teeth on the wind? Who in the world would believe that I could never retrieve them again? Who in the world knew what the far to could set sailing my teeth on the wind? Who in the world would believe that I could never retrieve them again? Mouth open or closed, lips artfully posed. A pucker, a grin, or should I say, toothsome smile. My sparkling new choppers, now safely inserted, never cease to be glad. I'm not sure what's history. I'd like to think it's all of me and not what happened that night on the great chopper flight. Oh yes, there's an epilogue. The maverick dentures sank into the lake. Well, they floated adrift out of reach for a while. Last I checked, can't guarantee. I saw a big old smile. Who in the world knew what the far to could set sailing my teeth on the wind? Who in the world would believe that I could never retrieve them again? Who in the world knew what the far to could set sailing my teeth on the wind? Who in the world would believe that I could never retrieve them again?
Hope you enjoyed your trip, ladies.
Yes, we did.
You know, I have had a life full of love and friendship. Joe, I still think of you and miss you. But I hold you in my heart, and I know I will see you again someday.
Days gone by, in simpler times, we said hello with waves and smiles. We walked together side by side, and every time you glanced at me, I thought you might turn out to be my first and my only. Young hearts unfolding, my first and my only, my only, my only, my only. Oh, in days gone by, in dangerous times, I prayed for you across the sea. I danced with you in every dream. Promised to come back to me. I promised you would always be my first and my only. Love letters unfolding, my first and my only, my only, my only, my only. Hand in hand we've watched years fly. Now we've loved a lifetime. Oh, when days gone by, when it's my time, I will feel you beckon me to love you in eternity. When I arrive, you'll reach for me, then I'll turn around and see my first and my only. Heaven unfolding, my first and my only, my only, my only, my only.
I recently celebrated my 100th birthday, surrounded by friends and family. It was just wonderful.
Pat. Wow, 100 years of wisdom and experiences. Thank you for being you. You make this world a brighter place. In fact, I'm a better person for having known you. Happy birthday, you special lady you. With love, Zach.
Pat, happy birthday to my best sidekick in my life. Wishing you the best, Phyllis. The shoes make the outfit. Pat, the first day I saw you, blazing trails through terrace hallways in the early morning, I knew you were someone I had to meet. Then I found out you were such a lovely lady. And what a surprise, we had so much more in common. St. Dominic's, softball, Evergreen Park, skiing, walking, and that fun-loving attitude and charming zest for life just impressed me so much. And I hope I can grow up to be someone that is just the right amount of positive light shining out to the world as you do. Extremely impressive. Pat, well done. Bravo. Love,
So always remember to land on a smile.
Thank you so much, everyone. We are so happy that you came and joined us this afternoon. We would like to invite you to a reception after the show in the community room, which is a straight shot down that long hallway and then a little bit to the right. Same room with the bathroom to me. I also want to say how much I appreciate the cast and crew of this show. They make the show and they have lots of talent and have invested much time into this process, and I really appreciate that. Again, we accept and appreciate donations. There are donation bins in the back. There are also contact cards if you want us to contact you to stay updated on LFP progress. Again, every cent that is donated goes back into the project so that we can do more shows like this and also expand our programming. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Stefano's Slow Food Market, Berkshire, which is our venue, Sheboygan Press, Word Haven Book House, Kayla Shutter's Dance Studio was a big collaborator, Walsmeisters, which is the accordion player, and Vox over here as well. And again, thank you to our wonderful cast and crew for making this happen today. And thank you to you, our audience.